3-minute delay?
Oh, I wasn't gonna put a delay on.
Okay.
Just I guess like I figure we can trust both these members of our team enough not to stream cheat.
Hmm.
And I mean, yeah, it's just like I personally I don't like streaming with a delay on. Um,
It's tough to interact with, and
yeah, and I guess I don't want to try to interactive chat too much, but it is just nice to know things like as soon as possible, or just see the reactions as soon as possible, so you can kind of go along with it, even if you aren't gonna like, um, respond to it. It's just like it's
yeah.
nice to kind of roll with whatever's going on.
No, I can understand. I can agree with that. I mean, you can't do it for a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
But this nice internal one with players we can trust. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
give it to it.
Yeah. Definitely. It's like if I had a bunch of random people, I would never think about doing that.
So what do you think they've been doing to prepare for this match? Have any insight?
I think Gotquail has been working on his his macro a lot. Because when I watch him play, like especially like when he played versus White Ninja, all the games were cheeses, every single one of them. Like,
Okay.
the series ended in 20 minutes, the entire best of 5. So, previously I kind of thought like, okay, Gotquail is just going to be really good at cheesing his opponent. That's what he's going to do. Like, he's just strictly going to be cheesing. But then, earlier today when we were doing the Allinvitational Rush, Gotquail was playing versus Pure, and he was playing macro, and some of the games he lost like fairly convincingly, but he took a really nice macro game off of Pure, where it was just like very demonstrable that he understood a lot of like playing late game as a Zerg.
Now, Gotquail is an underdog here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm tracking. What are your predictions for this series? Who do you think's pulling this one?
I think if I'm gonna be reasonable, I'm gonna go with Nycro 4-2.
Okay.
I think that's fair. Also because I think Gotquail is good enough, he's intelligent enough, and he's been practicing enough that he can take a map or two. But at the end of the day, I think Nycro is just really, really solid.
What is it that Gotquail has to do to overcome this disadvantage and close this out? You think it's got to be like 7 cheesy games?
Not necessarily. I think if he gets into a spot he wants for a macro game, then he could take a game off him that way. But it's kind of like, it's not necessarily that Gotquail needs to cheese, but he needs things to go his way. Like, he can take a macro game, he can win that way, but he needs it to be like on his terms.
Okay, I can get behind that.
All right, so we're gonna be heading right in game number 1. This is exciting. I'm excited.
That's long time coming. When did we start this? How old is this?
This tournament feels like it's been going for a while, but I think it was just I had to take a couple weeks break just to kind of let some of the players like adjust for like Montreal and stuff.
It's like 2 months at least. All right. Ooh.
All right. So I guess I'll start us off here. Down in the bottom right side of the map, we have in the red, it is our Zerg player Gotquail.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, the light blue Protoss, it is Nycro.
Every time that music plays, like, I don't know if you have the music on, or if it's even the same, but I have this, like, really, like, dramatic music playing. And it sounds like, this is, like, what I expect to play when someone chooses. But both players are just playing macro so far. So, I was getting hyped. I'm like, oh shit, man, Nycro's gonna proxy gate. And it's just like, oh no, it's just plain normal.
Well, we are seeing I mean, we're seeing at least a quicker spawning pool here. He wants to have some lings out, whether that's for early defense or a little bit of light aggression. It's a little bit of a safety net, so it won't hurt him too much in the economy. But, you know, it's one of those... Actually, I am really surprised. No, that's... So, normally, you like to hatch at 16, right? So you don't get pylon blocked. I thought that was just the only way to do it. And then there's not a lot of things the Protoss can push at you early game anyway to punish you. So, you know, going 3 hatch really quickly, you know, 3 hatch, 3rd hatch at 20 is something I see a lot of. But this one, you know, changing it up a bit. It actually did, yeah.
I wouldn't have even noticed that, actually, until you pointed that out.
It didn't occur to me. I didn't remember until the probe was there. I'm like, oh, that's a little late. You need to get that hatch down quick. But yeah, he's not paying for it. He's not being punished. He's gonna get the probe.
Okay, so I wonder what he's gonna do off of this. Like, do you think this is a setup for anything, or is this just like a mistake?
I mean, I try not to call things mistakes, just because as soon as I do, like he wins the game, and it's like, oh, okay, well, screw me.
Yeah. He's getting a really fast layer though. So
is he okay? So then we'll see what comes out of the layer. The layer is the key here. You know, is he going for fast mutas? Is he looking for infestation? Like, what is he doing here? That's the play then. So nothing he was doing was necessarily wrong, as long as he's got a plan here with this layer.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah. Designated pressure. That's the word.
Yeah, this
fast
is a
night.
lot of things. Yeah, this definitely could be. I can't think of like too many other things that he could be going for with a layer and Zerglings, because like he doesn't have a Roach Horn or anything.
He's getting a lot of lings across the map right now, so not something you should sustain on 2 bases. But if you can get something here, no, he's got to back away from that.
Yeah, that's a lot at the front door there. I think Nycro is kind of like expecting something cheesy, as we do see he already has a shield battery made preemptively.
So this is a lot of lings on a layer that I'm not seeing getting used immediately. There it is. Okay, I see Overlords being morphed into Dropper Lords. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, this could actually be really good, because like Nycro's been preparing for this at the front wall. He has the shield batteries in place. But if Gotquail can fight where the shield batteries aren't, then that totally negates them. He's going to force the units to come up into the main.
He even poked at the front a bit to maybe get some extra forces committed in that direction. He's actually pulling the probes here. Nycro having to pull the boys. That Immortal is down, and now we have lings free on both sides of the wall here.
Yeah, they're going to try to bust their way through. The shield batteries are almost dead, but Force Field will go down.
So money.
I think that was kind of a bit of a waste there, actually, to try to bust through the wall like that. I think you should have just kept ferrying in for the Overlords up top.
Agreed. Ferry in, focus on the probes. He's going to have to come down here again. He's going to have to kill another Immortal.
Yeah, it's going to get himself into a bit of a better spot here. The Zerglings can't get a full surround. But I feel like this lost a bit of its punch once he loses the first wave.
I think I would have preferred this as a 3 base with a Baneling bus at the front.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper. Excellent hold here. Excellent hold here by Nycro.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely like very prepared for this though. Like normally you don't see Protoss players have these many units this early on. And it looks like actually Gotquail will be able to punch through the opening here.
That money adept finally going down. 17 kills.
Yeah, that's a lot of units going down though. Although no workers really getting killed off here. That's a lot of units being lost for Nycro.
Right.
But if he has a superior economy, it's really not going to be that big of a deal to him.
These couple lings need to focus on the probes, need to be microed a bit. I wouldn't mind some additional drops over here, but he is focusing at that front. Why bash your head against the wall?
Yeah, it's just like those shield batteries are there. They are regenerating energy. Like, they're still going to be useful.
Right.
I feel like, you know, he just keeps fighting in the main. And he could get something maybe, but now there's 2 Stalkers here. There's no way that Overlord can drop.
G and G. Game number 1, going to Nycro.
Yeah. Again, that was a very like specific build. Like he couldn't there was no coming back from that. Like once he committed to that.
Sometimes I get it. You get into the base, and you're like, I'm here. Oh God, I can do this. What do I do? And maybe that's what it felt like. Maybe he wanted a quicker path up the front, but just there weren't enough lings there. There weren't enough damage. Maybe focus on the probes. A good effort, and then we were even with 100% vision, we weren't quite sure what he had in mind right away. Ooh, some fancy overlays that I don't have.
Oh, I have. Are you joining? Okay.
Yeah, I would. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's one I downloaded. I normally use. I think I normally use GameHurt 1 versus 1 because I can switch it when I don't have the player like logo thing selected.
Okay.
Okay.
Spawning. In the bottom left-hand corner, the red Zerg. It is Gotquail.
And up in top right, we have Natil. It is our Protoss player. It is Nycro.
Feels good to be watching some PVZs today. I saw so many Terran matches earlier. Got to mix it up.
Oh. I feel like every time I cast, I always cast PVZ. Actually, I've grown to appreciate PVZ a lot more.
Okay, what do you mean?
I just like, I always thought it was like kind of like, I don't know, just kind of repetitive. Like it's a lot of the same builds over and over. Like you always see a couple of the same builds from the Protoss, but nowadays I feel like there's just so much more variety from the Zerg players. Like, I kind of see like a bit of ingenuity coming from Zergs where they're like, okay, like this isn't the days of old where we can fight head on with Roach Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you fight head to head with the Protoss on Roach Hydra, you can't win in most fights if the Protoss has been macroing right. If they get their units out, like you're not gonna win in a straight up fight all the time. So you need to attack on multiple fronts. You need to counterattack. You need to do all these things that, you know, stretch the Protoss's army to the limit. And we see a lot more Zergs doing that nowadays, whereas before there's just so many that were kind of set in the old ways almost. Where I just feel like we've seen a lot of evolution out of just kind of like the Zerg meta versus Protoss.
Well, taking a look at it now. The 17-17 opener. Getting to the point where personally I'd like to expand in my ZVPs into a third. You can see Nycro maybe expects it. He's got the probe patrolling over there in the third. He's going to pull that back. Looks like...
Yeah, this looks like a bit more of a normal game. No quick layer this time.
It does. Yeah, no, and there's Gotquail moving over to take the third. Looks like the Ling's going to take out that probe.
Now, from what I know of Nycro's PvZ, is he really has liked doing the same builds for quite a while. Like, I think the last series I cast of him, he literally did the Dark Templar drop into a charge lot Immortal All-In every single game. So I would not be surprised if we see that here again. It's just kind of something that I think is expected of him at this point. It's just like that's the build he's good with.
It's a well-rounded PvZ build. It focuses. It's hard to blind. It's hard to just directly counter it. Mm-hmm. You still have to have your macro. Your macro has to be on point. Your control does. You're not going to get away with, you know, those hard counters. I like it. I hate it as a Zerg in the moment, but
yeah,
I think it's effective.
It's definitely one of those things. Like whenever I off-race the Zerg and I play versus it, it just like when you don't know how to deal with it right, it just feels like such bullshit. But like that, you know, this Protoss player has to give up some for it too. Obviously, they're committing a lot to getting out just these couple of units really early on.
Sure.
But
Protoss excels at that like delay for power later.
I'm not sure if that's what it's going to be this time though, because we do see a lot of gateways on the way here. And normally when you're going for that DT build, you only get the 3 gateways. So he's going up to 5 in total, I believe.
Okay.
And he's getting some sentries, so this actually might not be what I thought it was going to be.
Let's take a look. He's got a bit more on gas than I'd say if he was, going to spam some zealots here. But he definitely has that power.
What I think he's going to do is I think he's going to do just like a sentry stalker push with the warp prism. I'm not sure if this is necessarily all in, but it's pretty committed with 5 gateways. Though it looks like Gotquail has been preparing to deal with just a push of some sort, as we do have 8 roaches on the way.
Ooh, wow, look at that sentry count.
Yeah, not really many stalkers with this though, so this actually isn't going to do a whole lot of straight up damage just yet. But those force fields will be really key.
Just want to see these sentries just take out. There we go. Right there. Drain that hatch. And he's actually not much of a response to this. He's gonna, yeah, hey, have that. Why are you afraid of this push? Go.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Gotquail, like, isn't sure what's coming up behind us, because you never know, like, if he engages right now, suddenly 8 charge lots swarm in and start killing all of his roaches, like, what can he do?
Maybe.
But I guess he's just going to play safe. And behind us, I think he's going to try to counterattack.
More gateways. Okay, I could see that. This is the moment. He's going to get spotted a little early as it's trying to beef up at this front gate. But you have so many sentries. You have walls for days right now.
Yeah. But I guess he can, with these Ravagers, just keep poking at the wall and get some, free damage. And at the very least, he knows his opponent's only on 2 base. So he's really not that far behind as far as his economy goes, as long as he gets that cleared up all right.
I don't hate this push. You depowered everything at the front. You don't have a Cybernetics core. You're only warping in Zealots at this point. I'm actually surprised he hasn't summoned another Cybernetics core at the first side of this push. But he's doing a little bit of good micro. This Warp Prism going to do good things. Trying to repower these gateways with more pylons, but the Ravagers just unfazed here, getting free pop shots.
And really behind us, like Gotquail, he's kept his economy going. Like he's droning up behind us. I think that's pretty intelligent of him. I don't think he's gonna fall behind in this game, really.
Not going home and falling back. He thinks that that's the end of it. But you can see here, there you go. Overlords being pulled back. They were rallied forward there with the rest of the push. Reestablishing that wall in the gateway. Cybernetics core about to finish up at the top here. So minimum. But I would like to see Nycro move out, secure a base, or move for the kill. He's got to do one of those 2 things soon.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going for the kill. Look at all those sentries. Like, that is a huge amount of sentries.
Get in there. You protect your immortals. Get those shields up. Keep your Warp Prism alive, and he can do this as he moves over to the 3rd base.
This looks so much like a HOTS build. Like, Nycro is like the new party. Will this work though? Maybe Nycro's been at 44 probes for quite a while. Like Gotquail's gone all the way up to 66 or 64, sorry. So like that's a significant economy advantage here. But has he maybe overdrove? We'll have to wait and see here.
I mean, if he holds here, he's in a really good spot. But this army is much more technical. The Protoss army is much more technical. You've got so many immortals on the backfield. You're warping in rounds and rounds of stalkers. The shields are going to keep the lings from getting any good surrounds and locking down any of those biles. The biles are coming down. No real strong connections here. But this is like a back and forth chipping away at army.
Yeah, and look, those are really good force fields, killing a couple of those Ravagers there. And every time he force fields out, he picks away at that hatchery, which finally goes down. And he's also picked away at a lot of this army here for Gotquail. Gotquail just needs units, and he needs them right now. His +1's almost finished, so I really think he doesn't want to engage just yet.
It was this nice tug of war. Every time Gotquail backed up and gave ground, that hatch slowly went down.
Yeah, and like there was just not a whole lot he felt he could do.
Good biles landing there. Excellent concave.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage output though. That's a lot of stalkers, a lot of immortals, and just a pretty big army overall. I think Gotquail maybe overdroned a bit too, for this attack.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's gonna lock him out from his natural. It's gonna be hard to push back into there. Stalker's in a great position to chip away at that while this army force fields out a handful of roaches. The immortals coming in doing massive amounts of damage supported by stalkers. Lings can't get anything done here. Zealots running forward to their death. Another round of stalkers coming in to join this. Handful of miles whiffing there. This isn't even. This is a roach army you move into at this point. Yeah, they're going to do nothing.
And Gotquail, he doesn't even have the larva to really fight this just now. Like, he has a lot of money in the bank, but he just doesn't have any units. And that army from Nycro was just really strong. That all-in was very, very good. I think once Gotquail got over there, he kind of got a bit too confident and was like, okay, I've contained him. I can, drone up. But I don't think Nycro had any intentions in that game of going to a third base.
And even if you feel you contain them, you gotta put Lings on the other side of the map a little quicker. You gotta see what's coming. And he did see the approach, but it was halfway to his base. And I think you're right. A little bit of overdroning, a little bit of confidence there. And it looks like we're gonna move into Fracture. So this is a best of 7. It looks like Nycro is hoping to close this out at a nice 4-0.
Yeah.
And he's capable of it.
Yeah, Nycro's very, very good. Like, I think he often kind of gets underrated almost on our team. Because everyone's so hyped about Riser all the time. But really, like, Nycro has definitely been one of the stronger players on our team for quite some time. I mean, I would say arguably, even though I don't think Nycro didn't go to Montreal, so I guess he can't really, like, compare, like, Riser getting to Group Stage 2. But, if Nycro was there, he could probably get there.
Sure, he probably could have hit out of that first group round. And we're still talking about 2 Grandmaster players on the same team here. Talking to players, it's spawning in the top left-hand corner. The Red Zerg Gotquail.
And at the bottom right, we have the Teal Protoss. It is Nycro. And that is... I want to say this pool's like kind of early.
It is, and it looks like it might be another one of those. Well, actually, let's keep a look at that supply. He should be moving to take a natural at some point here. Even if he was all in, he'd want that natural. Nycro, potential strength here in the pylon block as the drone actually moves forward, skipping the natural.
Yeah, I think he's just not even going to waste his time with that. He's like, I'm going to get blocked there. No, I'm not going to bother.
That's fair. No, absolutely fair. It might throw Nycro off for a few seconds as he's waiting for this to come. He's going to have to go check that third. He's got to know it's going to be there.
Yeah, and you can see, like, he doesn't want to move the probe in case, like, the drone does come down to build that natural.
Sure.
So he instinctively puts up the Cybercore, just knowing that he can't really risk going for, like, a gate Nexus core.
I do like that little aspect of Protoss. You wait to put up the Nexus after the scout. You're kind of forced to get that information. Mm-hmm. He's gonna come over here and see that third, maybe? No, he's gonna go home.
Yeah, he really thinks
he's got it now.
Across the hatch.
Oh yeah, he's going to check. Yeah, you could tell he's looking around his base. He's trying to find it.
Yeah, like he's not playing PvT. Those are combat scouting locations.
So many proxies. He's coming up to check the main again. I don't see the Roach Warren.
And Nycro again being very safe, getting a shield battery at the front there. So these Zerglings are, like, I don't think they'd break through anyways, but they're double not going to break through.
Double not going to. I always underestimate the value of a Stalker early game, but that 80 health, 80 shields, that's something.
Yeah,
That's
they are imbalanced. I agree.
yeah. Nerf stalker. Did you bait me with that probe?
He was baiting Gotquail into all-inning him. I wonder if even that was Gotquail's original intention. Like, maybe he was going to get a natural and, like, drone up and play a normal macro game. But he's like, okay, this fucker's going to pylon block me. I'm all-inning him.
He is early immortal. Like, your immortal's your 4th combat unit on the field right now.
Yeah, and still no Nexus either. He's just committed fully to this defense. And it's just gonna be called...
What? Mind games. Are we watching right now?
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. It's just like Nycro just knew, okay, this is what Gotquail was gonna do. He's like, I'm just not gonna build a Nexus, so he can't kill it.
GG 3-0. Nycro looking to close it up with one more win. Be a shortest TAI finals. I'm still hoping for 7 rounds here. Did Shazam walk away? Oh, is he still in the... He might still be in the game if he walked away.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still the custom.
That would explain it. Okay. I was like, why did they kick him?
Oh, now he's in the menus. There we go.
Okay.
And we're good. We're looking at Acid Plant now. It's a map. It's a map. It's a good map.
Yeah, I like this map.
Not a lot of maps to hate on this season.
Yeah, it's like I feel like no one really likes the Parasite map that much, but I don't hate it. I don't think anyone hates it. They just don't like it.
I need to remember that. My favorite map was the one where they were doing like surgery on a Hydralisk in the middle of it, and the rush distance was like stupid.
Oh, Dasan.
Dasan, I love Dasan. Anyway, spotting in the bottom right hand corner, the red Zerg Gotquail.
And up in the top left, this is our Teal Protoss player, currently up 3-0 in this series. It is Nycro. That's a pretty early probe, actually.
Oh, do you send it after it makes the pylon? Is that not normal?
I think, I guess, yeah, never mind. I was like, I was just being retarded, I guess.
No, I don't know. I'm
pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do send after the pylon. I should have known that too, because I remember specifically, now you say that, I remember my friend Igor telling me that whenever we play team games and I'm Protoss, he'll say pylon scout.
What's your main race again?
I play Terran.
Okay. All right, taking a look around the map. So this time we got the early hatch, and we put the hatch down on 16. We put the spawning pool down on 17. So 17, 17, 17. This is going to give Nycro permission to expand.
And you can see Nycro is he's actually denying that gas from being made if Gotquail were to go for it. He just really doesn't want to deal with cheese today, I guess.
I don't know. What would you do with that second gas that you can't just make it on the low ground in the natural?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like, if he's going to keep the probe in the base to scout, might as well deny gas. If,
Sure.
You know, like, on the off chance he happens to need the second gas, you know, might as well just be annoying.
All right, we'll take a look around here. Nothing horribly unusual as long as speed starts the next few seconds. Four lings on the way. Maybe do some poking, some scouting. That probe's still alive. If it stays here for a couple more seconds, it ain't gonna be. As the lings pop out, and they're gonna chase that across the map. Looks like we're gonna go Stargate here for Nycro.
Yeah,
Very first.
Yeah, a bit of a change of pace from him.
At least it's not the only thing Protoss feels they can do these days.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be an Oracle, or do you think it's going to be a Phoenix?
I You know, watching the tempo here, I would prefer Phoenix. I would. I don't know how much an Oracle would do, but it does look like he's rallied it across the map, so maybe it is Oracle.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely, if it was going to be a Phoenix, you'd probably just start off killing all the Overlords around your home.
Right.
That's a good observation.
Thank you. That being said, there's a huge hole in the wall I'd love to see exploited. Oh, there you go. I'm about to close that thing up. I mean, how often do you...
Oh, he actually misplaced... Yeah, he misplaced setup it.
So how often do you make your... And I call this the first tech building before you finish your wall in PvZ. Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think normally you finish that wall before. So I guess maybe this is a bit quicker than normal. Or maybe Nycro just forgot it for a sec.
Oh, the wall? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
You wanted to start getting out a little faster. You do that, you finish your wall as long as you're comfortable that nothing's coming across here.
Yeah.
Ooh, gonna get that drone.
And he did have that probe out in the map, so he knew there wasn't a huge swell of links, so... This Oracle skin makes it look like a rhino.
Oh. Nice. I didn't notice. Yeah, good timing on those spores. Just kind of a, hey, we're probably going to need this at the 4-minute mark. That's going to limit further production. We do have a little bit of a supply block here for Nycro as he wants to make another Phoenix, but he needs to build additional pylons.
Yeah, and especially when you're going for 2 Stargate Phoenix, like, it's not one of those builds where it's like I wouldn't really call it a cheese. It's just kind of like a different way to play. But you really want to get a lot of Phoenix out really early on in the game, because the longer they're out, the more damage they do. So, like, you know, that supply block is pretty annoying for him. These adapts are also very annoying for Gotquail, as he doesn't have any circling. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Gotquail does not believe. All right. Hey, that's the Allinvitational Grand Finals there, Siegfried. What are your thoughts?
That is probably a record finish, I would say. Yeah, Nycro really taking that in a dominating fashion. I was not expecting that quick of a finishing game, but hey.
I mean, I think he's definitely tapping out a lot earlier than he needed to. He lose a couple drones. Maybe that was frustration. Maybe it was nerves. But hey, sometimes you just know. You just know that you're not coming back from this, and you don't have the things to combat it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like in Gotquail's position, like, I would probably feel the same. Like, you lose 5 drones to someone that you think of as better than you, like, you're probably gonna lose that game. You know, you're already at enough of a disadvantage already. But yeah, I don't blame him for tapping it.
Hoa.
Yeah, those are some pretty good games though. Very well played by Nycro. And yeah.
And if you're just catching us, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You can watch the VODs, I guess. But yeah, that's going to be it for us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Siegfried. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming on and helping. Yeah, thanks to everyone who watched, and thanks to all the players who played. It's a pretty good All Invitational. I hope we can have an even better one next time.